Go ahead.
Oh.
Where is he?
What is it?
Persons.
It's carolers.
Cameras.
How fun. Are you hiding from your babies? Are you hiding from the children? I'm just an old man. I just want to sleep without anybody touching me. I just want to sleep without anybody driving a wagon into me. Sad puppy. Hey y'all, it is Monday, December 14th. This is the third time I have tried to film this clip because people or pets keep coming into the room. Mama, you're in a room without me. So, yesterday, I keep trying to check in about my books. Yesterday, I told you that I was starting How to Fail at Flirting by Denise Williams. I am about 20% into the audiobook. It is about Naya, who is a professor at, I don't know where she's a professor. Did they tell us? No. She is a professor, and she used to date one of her colleagues, and several years ago she finally ended the relationship. We don't really know what happened to end the relationship, but it was an abusive relationship. So she has gotten out of that relationship. It's been a few years, and her friends are encouraging her to put herself back out there. So she ends up letting a guy pick her up at a bar for a one-night stand, and it has turned into not a one-night stand. That's all I know so far. I saw some reviews where people were like, when I was just like skimming through to make sure it was something I wanted to listen to, that it kind of becomes a thriller. So I think her ex is back in town, but I don't know yet. So that's this one. And then I'm only a chapter in, but I started Victories Greater Than Death by Charlie Jane Anders. This is their YA debut with Tortine. It comes out in April, and I'm super excited. I've only read one Charlie Jane Anders. I own both, but I read The City in the Middle of the Night this year. It came out last year, but I read it this year for the Hugo nominations. And they write the best queer stuff I've ever read. So I'm really excited. I have only read one chapter. Our protagonist's name is Tina, and she has stars inside her. She is an alien refugee child who was brought to her mother as an infant, and she's waiting for her beacon to go off, but she's a clone of someone who died. None of that's going to make sense. I will tell you more about it when I get farther in, but I'm excited. It seems nuts, and I'm here for nuts. And it is finally time to start opening my Enchanted Library countdown. So I'm going to start with day 11. Let's see what I get, shall we? Ooh, pretty. Got the swashy stickers and the started reading, read, finished reading. Yeah, started reading, read, and finished reading stickers. So that'll be fun. And they're this like pastel-y metallic purple. Goes really well with my eye makeup, which is insane today because yesterday one of the things I picked up when you're shopping online and you see it's on sale, I got the Urban Decay 90s palette. My eye makeup is insane. I look like 2005 Faith. This is what I looked like in high school, only more acne, and my eyeshadow was cream, and so by the end of the day I would have sweated it into the creases of my eyelids, but I wore gray eyeshadow. It was nuts, but yeah, I decided to play with it since we're not leaving the house today because it's gross and rainy, which is why my lighting is so spectacular. Okay, I'm gonna go do laundry and let the annoying people help me with the laundry so that they'll leave me alone later. It's a little after 2 o'clock. You guys are precariously balanced on my bed because that's where I'm comfy right now. But I finished How to Fail at Flirting by Denise Williams. Whoa. Yes, this is a romance. But it is also, it deals a lot with survivors of sexual violence, intimate partner violence, gaslighting, reputation shredding. It was really good. I give it 4 stars. I think this is one of those where I almost wish I had read the print book as opposed to listening to the audio, but such is life. It is about Naya and Jake. Naya is a 30-something-year-old professor, and she's been out of this relationship for a while, and her friends are like, you need to get back out there, but her friends also have no idea what kind of relationship she just got out of. She wouldn't let them know. So she goes and flirts with a guy at a bar, and it's Jake, and it's supposed to be a white night stand, but they really get into each other. And then it turns out he is a consultant for the consulting firm the president of the university has brought in to evaluate shaking up the departments. So, but you know what? For the most part, they're pretty above board with their relationship. There are some times they should have said something and they didn't, but for the most part, it's not like they were hiding it, which is nice. And they talk about the logistics and the ethics and all of that. At the same time, her ex is back around campus, and you learn more and more about how he completely destroyed her reputation. And that was hard. That was a hard part of the read. Like I said, this is definitely a romance, but there were times where I was like, maybe this isn't romantic. Oh no, what's gonna happen? So it's a contemporary romance that with a slight suspenseful element. But it is ultimately a romance. Sorry. It is ultimately a romance, and it is very sweet. At points, I really like Jake. I really like the discussion of trauma and therapy and all that. But it is a rough one. So if you have any of those triggers, tread with caution. This is not one with a trigger warning in the front. So that's a little hard because it doesn't have anything in it to really warn you when you pick it up, but the author does include a note and resources and stuff about intimate partner violence. So sorry, I was flipping through to try to find that and I got distracted because apparently there's a special preview for the book coming next year. So that's exciting. I did like it enough that I definitely want to read more from Denise Williams. But yeah, just know going into it, there are some serious triggers, and I did not know that when I picked it up, but that's okay. Yeah, so did that. I'm forgot that it's gonna be book club night tonight, so I don't know how far I'm going to get into Victories Greater Than Death by Charlie Jane Anders. How amazing is this cover? This is spectacular. I am on chapter 4. I was reading in bed and took a mini nap. Now I'm trying to wake back up. So I need to go refresh myself on some discussion points for Sorcery of Thorns, but I will also be reading this. It is finally nice outside, so we might go play outside. We'll have to see what the kids want to do, but all right, I'm gonna go. Okay, what books are we reading? Christmas Construction, and then what?
And this one.
What's that one?
Kim Gear.
Kib McGear, and what's the last one?
I don't know.
Is that the Demolition?
Demolition.
Do you love construction books?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just finished running my book club. It was nice. It's my last book club of 2020, so it's check. All done. I'm really tired of talking, so I'm gonna go read Victories Greater Than Death by Charlie Jane Anders and see how that goes, and then if I can reach it. I started the audio for The Care and Feeding of Waspish Widows, so I'm gonna go listen to that. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good